And
Professionalism at its finest.
that's right. I've started again. There we go.
There we go.
Hang on, let me just get rid of this.
Oh, shame.
You do, you bum. Right. Oh shit! Didn't mean to do that. Oh, right. Okay. Right. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to hang up then.
Okay. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Hang on. Let me see if I can. Can I send you the?
Oh, we're just doing it through Zoom.
Yes. I'm going to do it through
What was
Zoom.
the point of doing Skype then?
Oh, we could do it through Skype, I suppose.
What was the point of Skype?
Well, because I wanted to talk before we got on Zoom. But this seems fine, doesn't it?
This is fine, yeah.
What the fuck is that? Yeah, I think you're right. Let's just do it through Skype.
Okay.
I need to close Zoom. Hang on.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the cameras at the moment.
What the hell is this?
Is it supposed to look like both you and I on the camera? Did you set it up that way?
No.
Because I can view myself and you.
Yeah, that's Skype.
Wait, what? No. As in it's split down the middle. They're both the same.
No, I didn't do that.
Like you're right there. Hang on. This is you.
Right. Oh, cool. Ow. No, I didn't do anything. I have a weird toolbar and I don't know what it is. What is that?
Did you download something?
Is that Skype? Talking.
Gallery.
Dolby shot first. How?
Show reactions.
I don't know what that is.
Conversation.
Can you
Float.
still hear me?
Oh. Yeah.
What? I don't know what this is. Oh, it's Zoom.
Show me.
Oh, fuck off.
I just said show me. God.
Hang on. What? Right, there we go. Fuck off. Right, sorted.
Ooh.
Might as well leave that on.
We're freaking you off, Papa.
I wonder.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, so many contacts.
Right. Okay. I'm ready when you are then.
I'm ready.
Me. Moo.
A cup of coffee and a cup of coffee cup.
Peter Piper picked a pepper. Right. I have my notes. Well,
Ready.
right. If we do a 3, 2, 1, you play the music. How long is it?
About 38 seconds. Wait, what? It shouldn't
30?
be 38.
No. I said 15 to 20.
Yeah, hang on. It wasn't 38 seconds last time. When I saved it, it wasn't. It was like 10.
See, that would be better.
I think it's 38 seconds.
That's too long.
Yeah, well, right now it's a bit late. I mean, I can add it later if you
Well,
want.
just don't play it from the beginning.
Okay.
Pick a spot.
I'll find the right, otherwise it'll bug me.
Yeah.
I
I'll wait. It's fine.
need to find it again now.
I haven't... Dude. I haven't finished my side yet anyway.
Is it videos? No, it's in this one. Ha! It is in videos. Look at that. Wait, is it 38 seconds long?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
That's too long.
Right, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
How much time? How much?
Ready.
How long is the theme? I can't hear the theme tune.
No, yeah, we have to share it through. We have to do the Skype share screen thing.
I don't want to do that.
What did you want to do?
I don't know.
Why don't I send you it?
Fine. Just put it in Skype. Drop it in the chat.
I've got it at exactly 11 seconds.
11 seconds to the end.
No, 11 seconds through.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Just drop it in the chat and I'll get it from there. I don't know why I pointed at my screen to tell you where the chat was.
Well done.
It's just there.
You can cut it a bit more if you want.
No. 11 seconds is perfecto.
No, that's not how long it is.
No, it's fine. Just
It'll be 28 seconds long.
send it to me. Send it to me.
I've sent it.
I know, right.
9.7 megabytes of data.
How do I download it? Why won't it let it download it?
Because I don't think you can download from Skype. You just have to play it through
Of
Skype.
course you can.
Just skip it to the bit you want.
No, I don't want to do that.
See, at 11. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, good.
What? I
Can play from...
Can I choose where I play from?
There you go. I got it. Yeah, 11.
Right. Stop doing that.
Oh,
So it's 38 seconds, you say?
It's 38 seconds long. Whole thing. So go 11.
Start at 11 seconds.
Yes.
Sorry. Right, it's going to sound terrible.
Why?
No reason. Are we fine?
Are you recording again already?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I've got you fucking around with that, and I've got me drinking cider.
Oh, Monica.
Right. Okay. Are you ready? Ew.
Yes. I always spit gargle before we start.
Probably not cider.
No, that's spit gross.
Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
That was a mistake. Right.
Yep.
5. What the hell was that?
No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to 742 Evergreen Terrace, the home of the Simpsons podcast. My name is Dobby.
My name is Jez.
Right. We're going to be looking at every single one for our sins of all of the Simpsons episodes, and we're going to review them. We're going to have a chat. We'll talk about it.
Yep.
Yep.
We're going to have fun. So much fun.
Right, and funnily enough, we're going to start at the beginning. Season 1, Episode 1. Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire.
Yes, I was curious about that title. I always thought it was called like San Jose Helper or something.
I did as well, and Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire has got absolutely no relation to the episode anyway.
Well, except Christmas.
Yeah. Anyway, right. Marge must spend all of the family's Christmas present money getting Bart's tattoo removed, so Homer gets a job as Santa, but bets all his wages on a dog with a festive name.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, it's season 1, episode 1. It first aired on the 17th of December, 1989. So years before you were born.
Yep, years before I was born. Years after you were born.
It was directed by David Silverman, who is the same guy who directed the Simpsons movie.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
I did not know
I
that.
did not know that either. Apparently, I don't know if he directed any more. And it was written by Mimi Pond. It was the only episode she ever wrote for the show, and I think there were some problems there, but I didn't dig into it too deeply. I think she felt a little pushed out and unwelcome.
She sounds familiar.
Mimi Pond, she's a prolific writer. She's written loads of stuff, none of which I can remember at the moment.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Right, so
Okay.
we've both watched the episode.
Yep.
You watched it today, didn't you?
Yeah, I watched it today.
Yeah, and I watched it like a week ago, so
2 hours ago.
I've already forgotten most of it. All right.
No.
So, describe the episode. If you had to choose one word to describe the episode, what would it be?
Hang on. Well, I was gonna say one thing, but okay, let me just start with this. Okay, Griswolds.
Griswolds.
Yeah, Griswolds. Yeah.
Did it
Because
remind
there's so much in this episode that reflects on National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Well, you have to,
the fact that Homer forgets the tree, and then, well, I mean, he forgets the tree, but then he goes no trespassing, and cuts down the tree.
Right.
And yeah, that bit reminds me of that.
What else? Is there anything else?
Well, the fact that it's all very disaster stricken. So,
That's The Simpsons, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, but the way they did it, it just kind of seems to mirror that, and I harken back to that. I think who you say wrote it? Mimi. What was that last
Mimi
name?
Pond.
Mimi Pond. She definitely watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
She was channeling a bit of that, was she?
Yes.
That is one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yes, it is a good movie. We all love that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what about you?
My one word. It's not a great word.
What?
My one word to describe this episode is adequate.
Yeah, okay, I get that. I understand exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah, I know it's the first episode of the series. It's the first episode ever. It's the first one they've put on, and they obviously haven't hit their stride yet. But there's nothing really stand out about it.
No,
there's no iconic moments. There's no rip roaring laughs. It's just it's okay.
There are a few chuckles and whatnot, and some things that are amusing in the episode, obviously, but it doesn't quite. It just captures sort of like they're going for a Christmas thing straight off the bat. Yeah, and it doesn't really. It'd give it time to establish the characters.
Exactly. I mean, I don't mean it as a criticism. It is what it is. Yeah. It's straight out the gate. They're just going for it.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's nothing else to compare it to, being the first episode and whatnot, apart from like I suppose the Saturday Night Live.
Well, it was on the it was the Tracy Ullman show.
Tracy Ullman.
That it started on, which I watched them, but I never really. I didn't really get into Simpsons, and probably till the end of the first season, second season. Yeah,
it does get better after, because obviously as well the production values of the first season.
Oh yes,
are a lot lower than they are in the rest of them.
I think for the first season anyway, definitely a lot of the animation was done in Korea. By the lowest bidder.
Huh.
So a lot of it isn't quite up to par. There were some communication issues.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because quite a lot of the lip syncing isn't there. I mean, I expect that from sort of like oldish cartoons, but maybe not 1989.
Especially not one that was. I mean, it wasn't a. How'd you call it? It wasn't a AAA release. It wasn't a big release, but Fox were betting a lot of money on it.
Heavily funded. I mean, it obviously worked. Everyone liked it.
That's true.
We're just like crapping on the first episode of this massively spanning huge franchise that they built out of, and they never really had any problems.
Yeah. Well, as the first episode, beyond the actual Simpsons family, there were lots of first appearances. Who appeared first in this very first episode?
Who appeared first? Well, apart from the Simpsons.
Apart from the Simpsons, who's their first appearance?
Yeah, we had the Principal Skinner.
Yep, I like Skinner.
He was there. Yeah, and because they went to the performance of all the school kids. Yeah. With the Christmas play or whatever it is. Concert, that's the one.
Yeah.
So you have Skinner. They have, what was you saying? You said Lewis was in that.
Lewis was there.
He was the pale kid.
The real pale kid that always looks sick.
Yeah.
There's a couple of other kids.
I say Ralph was there as well, but he doesn't have he's doing I can't remember. He had the eyes in the back of his head, and then one of the googly eyes fell out.
Oh, do you reckon that was supposed to be Ralph?
Yeah, that was Ralph. It looks exactly like him. It's just he sounds nothing like Ralph.
I suppose, yeah.
So he changes. I don't know what if they ever say his name.
No, I don't think so. My favourite, or one of my favourites, Milhouse.
Yeah. Was he in the concert? I didn't know.
Yeah, all of the kids were all in the concert there. That's...
So you have Milhouse, you got Sherry and Terry. Oh, and I did spot... Oh, what's his name? Well, the bully. Nelson.
Oh, Nelson.
I did spot Nelson.
I didn't even think... do you know what? I probably saw him and then didn't even think about it.
Yeah. Well, obviously they hadn't had plans. They just had bunch of these characters drawn up, and they were supposed to be kids. And obviously they adapted their pre-concepts into actual characters.
Yep.
Further in the series. So yeah, so you had all the kids were there. Obviously Bart, and then Lisa was doing her weird flame thing, and Maggie as the star. You get to see Maggie as the star for the first time. she's and that's her costume.
It is, yes,
Christmas
the
thing.
winter costume, the star.
But the rest of them all changed their costumes, don't they? Because I think Homer's wearing a blue thing in the beginning.
Yep.
That changes to the sheepskin or whatever it is.
So who else did we see in the school?
We saw now. I call him the music guy. You call him, what did you call him?
He has a name, Dewey Largo. I didn't know that until I looked it up. He was always just Lisa's music teacher. Apparently, he was planned to have a much bigger part in the show, to be more of a foil to Lisa, but it just didn't really happen. He was a regular cast member, but he wasn't.
Yeah. If he's ever there, he does foil Lisa, and kind of in a way, he just gets tired of her.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure there are a couple of episodes where he's on her side. So
but he's not one of the bigger secondary characters.
No, not like Skinner or Krusty the Clown or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so who else was there? Who else was his first appearance?
I think that's all of the ones. I mean, Homer mentions a couple of names of people in the row, and that's the last we ever hear of them.
Ever.
So, I mean, they're obviously just background people, and that's what it was supposed to be. But yeah, so I think that's everyone at the school.
Okay.
Covered. After that, I know that they have a picture of Grandpa on the wall, and he does come in later in the episode, but he's technically first introduced there.
Yeah.
Because when Marge is writing the letter.
He's a Simpson though, so it doesn't count.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then you have Snowball 2.
Snowball 2.
Black Snowball. After Marge says the first Snowball got run over. Who else is after that? I suppose Ned and Ned Flanders and
Ned
Todd
and
Flanders.
Todd, but not Rod.
Rod? Yeah, that's Rod's name.
Flanders,
I want to say Ralph.
Rod's the younger one. He doesn't appear in it yet.
And not Ned's wife. What's her name?
Maud. No.
Maud.
Maud Flanders. Yeah, no. Yeah, she's no.
Flanders.
I think she was introduced much later, but we'll find out.
Yeah, and then they killed her off.
Yeah. That's later.
I know Ned also. If you listen, Ned's voiced by the guy who did Kent Brockman's voice, and I didn't really realize until this episode, because he sounds just like him in this episode. But as you further on, he obviously gets his Hadley Doodleys and whatnot, and he's obviously in this one. He's obviously as well. That's another one thing I want to talk about. Flanders clearly isn't a Christian in this one. He's just like the better neighbor.
He's not overtly Christian. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's not his character really isn't developed at all. He's just like the next door neighbor sort of
someone who winds Homer up.
Yeah, like kind of like the question back to Christmas Vacation. So in a way, like Homer is the other ones, and
right, yes,
Ned is the Griswolds. Then
yes, I know that's it. Obviously, Mr. Burns.
Oh yeah, Mr. Burns, and we do hear Smithers' voice.
You hear him, but we don't see him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there were a bunch of people. Whenever because they all start in the donuts.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Carl and
will
Lenny are there, but they don't say anything, and they're not obviously there.
I didn't see them. They were obviously hiding in the background. Barney Gumble.
Barney and Mo. Yeah, Barney and
But Barney in this one
is blonde.
He is blonde. He's the yeah. That was a mistake. That was two animation mistakes made by the Korean artists again. Is that it just didn't get through to him? So, and it never occurred to me.
Yeah.
Not Homer, Bart and Lisa.
Yeah.
Are blonde.
Really?
It never occurred to me. They were just yellow, and it was just the way they were drawn.
Hang on.
And it never occurred to me that they're blonde.
Homer nor Marge are blonde.
No. Yeah, but Marge dyes her hair.
That's true.
She may be blonde.
Yeah.
I assume she dyes her hair.
Well, yeah, she does. There's that episode there where she goes grey and she does her hair blue. But that may just be a thing.
The other animation was a mistake is when Lisa is doing her performance at the beginning.
Yeah.
They didn't color. She's supposed to be wearing leggings.
Yeah.
But they never colored them in.
Because it looks weird.
It
looks a bit odd.
According to the colour palette, she's naked, which is massively inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Patty and Selma.
Yeah, Patty and Selma.
I love Patty and Selma.
Selma, I think, on the phone.
Well, we see both of them, don't we?
Yeah, but I think calling, and then that is one of my favorite scenes from the episode. Is like Homer's just trying to ask who's calling, and he knows it's one of them.
Marge, please.
And she's just going, "Can I speak to Marge, please?"
Marge, please. And then obviously.
And then Santa's little helper.
Santa's little helper. Spoiler.
Yeah. Spoilers alert.
20 years later. So that's all of the first appearances apart from all the set.
I'm sure there are probably people we missed.
Tertiary characters and the main characters.
Yeah. There probably are people we missed just in the background that maybe got recycled.
Very probably.
Yeah.
Right. So the crux of the story is that Homer doesn't get his Christmas bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And Bart, in a bizarre move, gets a tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Which they then have to spend the money they'd saved up for Christmas to get rid of, if only it was that easy.
Yeah.
So Homer, to make goes out, becomes a mall Santa. And then he gets the tiny amount of money he gets from that, which he then takes to the dogs, and bets away, loses, and ends up adopting Santa's Little Helper, Yay Christmas, all wrap it up.
Although I do think, again, because we're talking about character development for the Simpsons.
Yeah.
When we're speaking about this first episode, Homer is very much the loving father and the loving family member, and is not really dumb in this episode. He doesn't come off dumb. He just comes off as like the sort of dad trying too hard.
Or just unlucky.
Yeah, unlucky. And then, but the character development for this is that he bets on the unluckiest dog. That's the only bit in this episode, which I think is, and he knows it's the unluckiest. Like, he knows it's the odds, and it's the only bit that he thinks he's genuinely stupid.
But he gets focused on the amount of money he could win, and then yeah,
which is how his character develops. I think that's the one thing that leads over to the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a typical, as I said, it's an adequate, typical schmaltzy Christmas story.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry if a father showed up with a dog and no other presents, I don't believe the kids would be particularly happy about.
No, although they are quite young.
Yeah,
I suppose.
I related to Homer quite heavily.
I wonder why.
In the performance when they were sat there bitching about it's taking too long, because that's always the worst bit about going to Christmas performances, is that it's a 2-hour performance and your kid is on stage for 30 seconds. And then you have to spend the rest of the time sat there watching some other people's kids that you don't really care about.
Yeah. Christmas performances do suck.
Yes.
At least they didn't have the violin kid that goes...
So, all right, imagine this. Your dad has taken a job as a Christmas Santa. You don't know. And you show up at the mall and you go sit on his lap. Would you recognise him or not?
Yes.
Would a fake fluffy white beard disguise him enough?
I think about that, I think personally I believe that that's a joke.
Well, obviously it's a joke. They have to do it. They have to do it to move the story on. But come on.
But whether or not, okay, I see your point. I see it's a bit too much on the nose for this.
Yeah. But
for this adequate Christmas story.
Yeah. I mean, it moved it along. It was fine.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I didn't realise Patty and Selma were introduced quite so early.
Yeah, and Grandpa. I mean, I vaguely remembered him being in there, but I thought they just mentioned him. Like, when Marge was reading the letter, I didn't think he was actually in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that letter. Yeah, but Patty and Selma are always favourites of mine.
Oh, and Mo as well. Mo helps move the story along quite swiftly because he tells them... because because Mo's there. He gives the thing, and Homer's at Mo's bar when Barney comes in and talks.
That's
to him.
right. Yeah.
But Mo looks the same, but he's wearing completely different clothes. He doesn't get his proper apron and his blue, and I don't think he's wearing a bow tie either, which sucks. But Mo seems like, because Mo's always supposed in the further episodes, like the later ones, he's really depressed as well because he's really lonely.
Yep.
That's sort of his character development, and in this one he seems like a really nice guy and chipper, and it's like, hey, it's Christmas, sort of like
that's true. Yeah, because as he develops,
or whatever.
wouldn't care, would he?
Yeah.
Did you notice
What?
there were no opening credits?
Yeah, I did. I thought about that, and I'm like, and I hear it, I think, wait, is this just because it's this episode, or does this happen throughout the rest of the season 1?
No,
I'm curious about that.
It's just that episode. It's because it was the first to air.
Yeah.
And they weren't planning it to be the first to air, so they hadn't done anything about it.
Right. Okay.
So they put it on. There's an opening sequence from the second episode on, and this kills me. That one of the reasons that they put because it is quite a long opening sequence, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
They did that because Matt Groening, the guy that created The Simpsons, realised that the longer the opening credits are, the less animation he has to do. Because it's shorter.
Right, I see. Yeah,
if you take 3 minutes up of credits, that's 3 minutes less of the actual show you need to animate.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you only have to do that once.
Oh, right. Okay, so he designed the credits to be a lot longer, and then got Danny Elfman to do the whole thing. Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Now, I think I just mentioned here that was originally supposed to start. The very first episode was supposed to be Some Enchanted Evening, which became the season finale. Due to some major problems they were having with the animation of Some Enchanted Evening, they just couldn't. It wasn't ready. It was literally not ready. They couldn't use it, so they switched it to this one, which is why you'd kind of dumped into it. Yeah,
and you don't.
So there's no. They didn't have time to get the opening credit ready, and you just kind of go right, go.
I did always think it was a bit odd to start off an entire show with a Christmas special.
Yes, yeah.
And that's why I was thinking. I remember hearing somewhere that this is actually the 3rd episode of Simpsons or something like that.
I think,
rumors of there being episodes before. And I mean, I know about the ones on the show previously, but I think there were like ones that were in prototypes or something, or that got used for later episodes or something. It's even after they did the switch, he still wasn't meant to be the first one or something like that.
And as the series goes on, you'll notice that and it's quite obvious, the animation style in this one is better than the ones that like 2, 3, 4, because this was supposed to be like the 8th one.
Yeah.
Right,
that is weird.
I've got a game to play with you.
Okay.
A quick game. I have a piece of trivia.
Okay.
It relates to a particular person's relative, a real person. Okay, and I want you to try and guess. I'll give you some hints, and you've got to try and guess who this person is. Okay.
Wait, that I know?
No. It's a celebrity.
Okay, right.
Okay. So, they're one of my favourite bands.
Okay.
Okay. They've been around since the 90s.
Okay.
Okay. There's 3 blokes in it, and it's fronted by a woman.
I think, is this No Doubt?
It is No Doubt.
Hey, there you go.
Well done. Several of the scenes were blocked out and laid out during the version by Eric Stefani, Gwen Stefani's brother.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had no idea. I don't know if he worked in any of the other ones, but he definitely worked on the first episode.
So the big scenes, like whenever you see in the house or something, or
it's just how the scenes are laid out as they go through, and he helped lay them out. So Homer will come in, and he'll come into the living room, and then
it's like storyboard stuff.
Yes, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Never really knew that.
So go on then. Episode 1. What was your favourite moment of the whole episode?
I picked a few because I didn't know which ones I got like 2.
Go on then. Give me the top one, and then we'll do the other one.
My top one is where just before Bart gets the tattoo, and he's just like, he walks in there and he said, "One mother, please." And he said, "How old are you, kid?" And like, 21, sir. And get in the chair. That was like most of mine are the funniest bits. And then of course you have the "ow, quit it," and then "ow, quit it," and then Homer just comes like, "Hey, what's this? Ow, quit it."
Poke.
That spawned that, and that was a very amusing joke that has been played through many people's families.
We still do that.
Right. What's your best bits?
We've already said it. It's Patty and Selma on the phone.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Marge, please. Marge, please. That genuinely made me laugh.
Yeah, so that there are bits throughout that are like make me laugh and whatnot. But overall, it was enjoyable.
So go
Not
on.
the funniest episode.
Well, we already said that, didn't we?
We'll get there.
It is what it is.
So what's your worst bit throughout?
My
the
least
entire...
favourite moment.
least favourite moment.
Ever since I saw the first episode, because this wasn't the first one I ever saw. I'd seen probably series worth before I got to this one. It's actually it's Lisa's performance at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Not because it's a bad performance, but it doesn't make sense for Lisa because she's not that extroverted. Yeah, she'll play the saxophone and everything, and she's more intelligent and cultured, but she she wouldn't be wearing a grass skirt and a mask and a flaming flaming baton. I don't like it. It doesn't really make sense. I get it. I mean, it fits in the episode because they're going through the different Santas, and because she's Lisa, she always has to go a little bit further than the others, and the others are like, I am whatever, and she comes out like woo, 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 and she's swinging things around. It doesn't fit the character. It fits the episode. It fits the episode. It doesn't fit her character. I didn't like it. What about you?
For her further character development, I suppose it makes sense because it's the first episode, and that's okay. That's why it's acceptable. Yeah. But I do understand entirely where you're coming from, and she is not extroverted in the slightest. No. She's not really introverted, but she's just she's supposed to be really intellectual and not like that.
If it had been the first episode I'd ever seen, I think it wouldn't even have occurred to me. It wouldn't even. But having seen so many of them and then going back to that one, it was just didn't like it. Okay, right. So my worst bit is, again, I've got a couple. I said the Flanders one, the fact that Flanders is just the annoying neighbor who's better than Homer. That bugs me. Why does it bug you?
Because it really, I mean, it's not. Why would Flanders, the Christian, the massive Christian, celebrate Xmas and have Santa on his thing?
Yes.
I know they did.
No, I noticed that. It said Xmas on the roof instead of Christmas.
Yeah. Well, there's that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I did notice that actually. That's not something I think he would have.
No. He would have had like crucifixes or something.
Oh, the nativity. He would have had the nativity, wouldn't he?
Yeah, or the nativity plate. Yeah. And he would have maybe some lights, but he wouldn't have had it like Santa and reindeer and things like that. And
no, I'm right with you.
He wouldn't have been like. He probably would jolly, but that's just Flanders, stupid, sickly Flanders. The voice, which one? Yeah, again, that was Flanders' voice as well. Bugs me because I watched that scene when they bump into each other outside the mall. When Homer and Flanders bump into each other. I could only hear Kent Brockman. I don't know, he wasn't in this episode, but that was exactly what I heard. I
suppose it's one of the risks that you run when you use a relatively small cast doing multiple. So one person doing multiple voices. I mean, usually they're quite good.
Now it's fine. I don't even know if they are the same voice. I think they are still. I think Ned does. The same guy who does Ned does Kent Brockman, but I don't. I can't remember his name. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He was the annoying reporter.
Hank Azaria.
No, that's not Hank Azaria.
Is that Hank Azaria?
No, because he is in Godzilla though.
Is he?
Yeah, he's he's an annoying reporter. Him.
Oh, he's a genius. He was in Spinal Tap. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he was as well. Yeah, because he was the drummer, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, he was the bassist.
Was he the bassist?
He was the long-haired bassist. He
yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. He was the guy who got stuck in the pod, didn't he?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, that's him. He does Kent Brockman, and it sounds exactly like Kent Brockman when he does, which is, I suppose, his normal voice. Yeah. Because that's what he sounds like when he's not doing the stuff, and it sounds like that when when Ned bumps into him, and that really put me off. Then, I mean, it would have been, again, like you say, it would have been fine if I was just watching this episode from the beginning.
I think all of the problems with this episode stem from the fact that it's out of sequence.
Yeah.
It's out of sequence, and it's just a generic Christmas story.
Yeah. Also, I mean, this is just a nag as a long-time Simpsons fan, but there was only one strangle in it, and it was at the end, and you don't even get to see him. So I suppose they were doing that to obviously, but again, that it shows that episode was meant to be at the end.
Yes.
Because they wouldn't have put if you look at this from someone who's seen this from the beginning and hasn't watched any other episode of Simpsons, you're like, why is he strangling his kid in the dark? It's a bit weird at the end of it. I mean, but if you watch it and you pretend that that's at the end of the series, you know that, oh, okay, he's strangling his kid because it's Christmas and he doesn't want to, show everyone he's strangling him at Christmas.
He's not, he is strangling, but he's not really strangling.
Yeah. I mean,
yes. Yeah, I think
that's the running thing.
We'll have to keep an eye on that and see how many strangles are in going forward. Because
I think we need a strangle count for every episode.
I think they got more prevalent as time went on because people found them funny.
Yeah.
And the feedback was, we find this funny, so they kept doing it more and more and more.
Mm-hmm. And then they do it in weird, wacky ways, like where in the Simpsons movie where he's going diddly diddly diddly. Yeah. But that's one of my worst bits.
Okay, so if you had to pick a star of the show, star of your characters, who are your favourite characters in this episode? Which one's made you laugh the most? Whatever criteria you want.
I know it's a bit cliche, but I'm going to go with Homer. I did have Barney down as the MVP because he almost. Because of the way he presented this like solution to Homer, and then, I mean, it seems like Barney's character, apart from him being a massive alcoholic, was there. I mean, if Barney wasn't an alcoholic, this is exactly how he would be.
Yeah, no, I'll go with that. He was.
Yeah, I had, because he just like as soon as like Homer's like scrounging in tickets, he's like, "Hey, Homer's fine," and then he goes, "Come on, Cheryl," and just chimes off. But no, I have to give it to Homer because of what he has to go through for his family. I think he also, again, the amount of laughs I got from Homer was the most from Homer than from anyone else.
I think,
they nailed his character, even if it isn't consistent throughout the rest of them. I think his character in this episode is the best out of them all. Probably then Bart.
I had to give it to Patty and Selma, just because they absolutely kill me. They make me laugh so much. They're just so annoying.
But it's like there's like a conflict completely, and you can be on both sides of Homer and Patty and Selma.
Yes,
and it is funny on both sides.
Yeah, I think they're just great characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you love that, don't you?
Yeah.
I still love the one where Homer's doing the shadow puppets for them or something. I can't remember what it is. We're gonna get to watch that episode.
Well, yeah.
There's the one where he's doing the shadow puppets for them, and he sets fire to something. I think he sets fire to the house. I don't remember. But yeah.
So if you had to grade the episode, how would you grade it?
I did have it down. Okay, this is premature. I did have it down previously to what your opinions were, but as an 8 out of 10, just because
that's quite high.
Yeah, it is quite high, but that's because I thought, it is a nice story, and if they were just if this didn't fail and this was the pilot and this was it would be a nice story and a nice thing, like a Christmas special thing that they just throw in for The Simpsons, so it can be used as an out of series thing. It can be used as just a fun thing, and it's a good wholesome story on its own, and the characters do get developed quite well if it's just a standalone thing.
I agree with that, yeah.
But because it's the rest of the series, I'll probably lower it to like 6 or something.
So what's your final answer?
I'll go with 6. I'll go with 6 out of
6. 10. Okay.
Yeah.
I will give it 3 Christmas presents out of 5.
Ooh.
So smack in the middle.
Smack in the middle.
For the very reason I gave at the beginning, and it's an okay episode. There are no standout moments, but it's amusing. It's a nice story. Like I said, it's a Christmas story. There is some character development there. Although I wonder, having not watched all of the Tracy Ullman shorts, how much they were developed from those.
And how the art style changed massively.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It wasn't all wibbly wobbly and shaky.
I know also. I think Homer was way more of an asshole in those ones. I think he was literally like the Fred Flintstone on like, I don't know,
the anti-Flintstone,
alcoholic Fred Flintstone. I think he was in those ones. That's all I know. And then Bart just said "eat my shorts." I think.
Right. Yeah.
That's pretty much it. He didn't say "eat my shorts" in this one.
No, he didn't, did he? Or Cowabunga.
No, or Cowabunga. Yeah, he didn't say any of those. I mean, I suppose it is the first episode in the first series. They don't have a lot of their traits. And Lisa doesn't play the saxophone. But
was there a doll?
Ooh, actually,
I don't remember hearing one, but there may have been.
There wasn't a traditional doll, but when Homer hits his head in the grotto, when he's talking to Bart after he rips his beard off, I do think he says, doll, flag it, something like that.
Right, that's something else next time. We need to keep account of the dolls.
The dolls, the
strangles.
The strangles, yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Well, there you go. That was episode 1, season 1.
Episode 1, season 1.
Woo!
Woo! Simpsons Roasting on Open Fire.
Yes. Next week we will be doing, can you guess? Episode 2. Bart the Genius.
Bart the Genius.
Bart the Genius.
I don't remember that one.
No, I don't either.
I'm interested to go through season 1 because I don't remember a lot of them apart from the first episode.
I know I've seen all of the first season.
I think
but whether I remember all of the first season or not is something else entirely.
Yeah, I think the one was the first one you described that was supposed to be the first one. Is that the one where Marge and Homer meet?
No, One Enchanted Evening. Yes, that's the one where he's supposed to take her to the prom.
Yeah.
And the short, annoying guy with the funny name.
Yeah, it is that one.
Takes her instead, and then she says, "Yeah."
Oh, it's not when they meet, but it is when they meet then.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that one was the last one of the first series.
No, I didn't either. Actually,
that would have been a weird episode to start with. I'm kind of glad they started with them. Maybe just start with Bart the Genius and get rid of the 2.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Right.
Well,
anyway.
Cool. Thank you for listening. Check us out.
Thank you very much.
We are on Twitter. We are at 742. All letters, not the numbers. And we're on Instagram under Evergreen Terrace Podcast.
Yep.
So check us out. We'll be putting bits and bobs up over the week. On Wednesday, I will also be posting the uncut YouTube video.
That's going to be interesting.
Of our chats.
Given that we were recording for how long before we started this?
Absolutely. Well, I know I stopped it a couple of times because of reasons I'm not going to tell you. Mystery. Yeah, so yes. I will post the link to the YouTube site up on the website.
Mm-hmm.
Evergreen Terrace 742 Evergreen Terrace podcast.wordpress.com.
Woo.
So thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Thank you, Jez.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Dope.
Rolling credits.
Animals behind me making this podcast.
Yeah, you need to cut that down.
I will be.
That needs to be much shorter.
Yeah.
Something's just occurred to me.
What?
Are you recording?
No.
Right.
Well, what did you just record for YouTube?
I've got a video file.
Yeah, send that over.
Yeah, I will.
And I'll just take the audio for that.
I didn't
think about that.
We were in for like 5 minutes, and it suddenly occurred to he didn't actually say anything about recording. Shit.
Yes. Oh well.
Well. Teething problems. It's only the first episode.
Mm-hmm. We can fix that.
Okay, what I will do is I will stop recording. Bye.
Bye.